everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much everybody for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who's listening in the podcast. Today is Wednesday, April 30th, 2025. It is the last day of the month already. I cannot believe that in a couple hours it's gonna be May, but as we know it, the days go so fast, okay? Thank you so much to everybody who has been following me on Spotify for the podcast. Don't forget to follow me there and rate the podcast. That really helps me. And thank you so much everybody, of course, who's watching this video right now on YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And everybody who's listening to this podcast and wants to learn more about me and check out the Julissadesigns collection, you can always visit the main website, which is julissadesigns.com. okay? Thank you so much everybody. It really means a lot. I see that we having a lot of listeners. Really means a lot to me, you guys. So I don't know if you guys remember, back in December, I believe it was, I came here and did a couple episodes regarding a woman in Brazil who had fed her family a Christmas style cake that they do over there as a tradition, but she actually poisoned maybe like 5 people in that group, right? Some of them were family members too. And when she was put in jail because of that, awaiting trial, she was actually found dead in jail, right? I guess the guilt, she couldn't live with the guilt feeling. But it goes to show you guys, you have to be so careful. Who are you eating from? Okay, and this includes family. I know sometimes it's hard to believe, but you need to be so careful. People use food to do evil things, okay? Because you know, you ever hear that commercial from Snickers, I believe, when they say you're not yourself when you're hungry? And it used to be all fun and things like that, but people look at that as a vulnerability, right? And they will be like, oh, you know, just whatever, you know, if they want to do evil things to you or something, they'll be like, you know, I'm sure she won't, I'm sure that girl, she eats everything, I'm sure she'll take it right away. You have to be so careful, right? And I'm not saying for people to be paranoid, but just be realistic, right? If you see a pattern on somebody where they criticize everything that you do, let's just say, they give you backhanded compliments, they say things about you, you know deep down, you know, sometimes you always know, right? You always have that feeling. They get to you and they can be condescending and they make fun of you and things like this, and then like, oh, you want to come and eat at my house? Like, maybe that's not, you know, maybe that shouldn't be a good idea. I'm not saying they will poison you, but I think if you're gonna eat from somebody's table, you should be able to be able to feel so comfortable with that person or the family that you're visiting before you get to even share a meal with them, in the sense that they'll cook for you, okay? I'm not saying that if you order catered food and things like this, that's obviously a different thing. And the reason that I'm saying all of that is because we have seen throughout the years all these things that come up, you know, people in their minds, you know, they open the door for the enemy, right? And envy is a big door opener for the enemy. Somebody who envies you, they can look at you and smile and say you're doing great, and behind your back they'll plan evil things for you. So that's why you have to be so careful. And they may use food as a weapon, right? I think I came here a couple years ago and talked to you guys about that lady who created the milkshakes for her husband, and after he died being poisoned by the milkshakes she was making for him, she created this children's book, right? And then it came to light, right? Because everything comes to light. And he was people started speaking how he started being sick after drinking these milkshakes that she will be making for breakfast or something like this. And then you hear about, you know, the Christmas cake that I told you in December about in Brazil. this lady, I'm sure you know, because Christmas, when you visit people on Christmas, right, around Christmas time, like December, November, there's always food. Everybody wants to share something to eat with you, some sweet treat or whatever. I'm sure that lady saw an opportunity for whatever reason, right? Those are the things that you're like, man, they look so harmless. But like I said, envy is a big thing. Okay, people might look at you when you are successful and you acquire things before they do, right? And they don't understand what waiting on the Lord is. They'll be like, why can that happen to me? They think that it will never happen to you, and then they get jealous and envious of you, and they want to see you not share so many good news somehow. It could be something as simple as that. As simple as that, meaning like the reason behind it. You're like, for that, really? Because you couldn't be happy for me, or like because you don't have this and I have it? Like, really, that's gonna set you off to the point of poisoning somebody to death, right? Like, really, envy is a very crazy thing. Okay, jealousy and envy is a crazy thing. You don't want that around you. And if you feel that towards somebody, you need to pray to God to remove that immediately from you, because it's crazy. So yeah, food is used to do evil things. And I'm gonna read to you guys now about, excuse me, I was talking about the story of a lady who lured a family over for lunch to serve them a deadly meal with poisonous mushrooms. Okay, the Australian woman accused of poisoning her ex-in-laws with mushroom after inviting them for lunch lied to her guests about having cancer also, right? So not only did she served them poisonous mushroom. This lady created a whole story about having cancer. That's another thing. People cannot live. There are people who are just so drama drawn that they cannot be happy. Every time you speak with them, there's always some major crazy things. And a lot of people, because they see that when somebody gets sick, they get sympathy and compassion from people, they'll create some type of sickness for themselves just so that they can get attention seeking. And that can derive from like how they were raised when they were younger too. It's definitely some type of mental psychosis going on, because for you to pretend that you're sick so you can get attention and sympathy, that says a lot. You know, there's something deeper going on, right? So her name is Erin Patterson. In Australia, she's accused of murdering her ex-husband's parents, Don and Gail Patterson, and they were both in their 70s. Gail's sister, Heather Wilkinson, 66, also. In July of 2023, Heather's husband, Ian, 68, was also in attendance at the lunch at Erin's home in Australia and was hospitalized as a result, but later recovered. That's similar to the story of the people in Brazil, because I know some of them were sent to the hospital, some died at the hospital, and then there were the others that were able to make, I think, just one of them. Everybody else passed, right? It's so crazy. When people are angry too, they take humanity out of people, and they will not feel better until they get until they get back at them somehow, right? And it will be to the extreme, to even like, serving people poisonous food without thinking, oh, this can actually kill somebody. They're like, well, they make me upset, so I'm just gonna do it. That is crazy. That's crazy, but it happens a lot. So it says here that Erin's ex-husband Simon was also invited to the lunch but did not attend, and the news reported that authorities previously alleged she had tried to poison Simon on 3 separate occasions. Victoria police say Erin was charged with 3 counts of murder and 5 counts of attempted murder. During her trial, prosecutors told the court that she had lied to her guests, telling them also that she had cancer and wanted advice on how to tell the children. Prosecutor argued that Erin used the cancer story as a way to ensure her children would not be at the lunch. Oh my goodness, see? This lady was just thinking, she had a very well thought out plan according to this. It's like, I'm gonna invite these people over, but I don't want my children here because they might want to eat something that's gonna kill them, because this evil meal is gonna be just for these people, not for them. So I'm gonna make this story about being sick just so that they can understand why she would not want her children there, because she wanted advice on how to tell them, right? Like, this is what people are thinking. Oh, forget about helping other people or joining like a volunteer place or something. This is what people are thinking in their mind, like in this society right now. It's crazy. It says here that the Erin's defense team argued that she did not intend to serve poisonous mushroom. So right now she's in trial. Like I said, this happened in 2023, and now they're arguing that it was not intentional. She did not intend to cause any harm to anyone that day. The defense case said this was a tragedy and a terrible accident. Like, I understand when it comes to food, okay? When it comes to food, you need to know, like, it's almost like when people cook chicken the wrong way and people get stomach sick or something, and sometimes it can be deadly, if I'm not mistaken. The same thing about when some people are allergic to something, I just feel like she created this whole story about the cancer and everything. It's like, that's just, that tells you that she has some type of intention with this. And I wonder if she had cooked the mushrooms in the past, right? But the prosecutors are saying that she tried to poison Simon, I believe his name was, like 3 times before. Yeah, on 3 separate occasions. The ex-husband, his name is Simon. It says here her ex-husband Simon was also invited to the lunch, but did not attend, according to the police. And they are saying that previously alleged she had to poison Simon on 3 separate occasions. Right now, said the police is saying that Erin has been charged with 3 counts of murder and 5 counts of attempted murder. Okay, that's crazy that she wanted to do this to these people, even though they're like the ex-in-law, right? To the mom and the sister of her ex. Some deep-rooted resentment or something was she kept that hidden, that she wanted something, she wanted to get back at them somehow. The whole family, because she also invited the ex-husband. People always tell you how they feel about you. You have to pay attention. I understand, you guys. I understand about giving people a second chance and forgiving them and all of that. I understand that. But I remember having a conversation similar to one of my supervisors before, and she said, you can love people from far, right? Just because I forgive you doesn't mean that I want to go back to you and like hang out and be like all together and like, yeah, I'll forgive you, right? Because we're called to forgive, but I know who you are, like I know exactly who you are. Like, this is why I'm keeping my distance, okay? And That's something that we need to always remember. These are, this is a perfect example of that. These are her ex family that she tried to, that she poisoned. The mom and the dad and the sister of her ex. How sad is that, Now Simon doesn't have a mom, a dad, or a sister living because of this woman. I know it's alleged because right now I believe she's still on trial, but all the evidence is showing that that was the intention. So we'll see what the verdict is gonna be with her. Let me read to you what the people are saying in the chat. She is 100% guilty, says somebody. The evidence is there. Lock this mess up forever. That's what somebody posted. And somebody else said, I am at loss of how some of her charges got dropped before the trial. She used a poison that could have killed her kids also. That kind of disregard for life can be rehabilitated. She should be in jail for life. That's what somebody said. So definitely something mentally going on there too. Like, I understand maybe that's why they started dropping charges. Maybe obviously she needs help, right? She needs mental health. For somebody to go to the extreme, she had harbored something inside of her to do something evil as this, and also create the whole story about being sick and all of that. Definitely something deeper was in her mind. That's what I'm thinking. Let me know, guys, what you think about this. If you have any new update, this is a case from Australia. Like I said, a case from Australia, excuse me. So let me know in the comments. Leave a comment. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming to my channel. Thank you to everybody who's listening to the podcast. Have a good day, everybody. God bless. Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a good day, everybody. God bless.